And you would support any of those choices given the donor's preference?
I would support, personally, I find it's easier to support those choices that seem to be addressing the underlying problem, the challenge, and if the people who are actively involved in that space are participants in the decision, I find it's much easier to support. The challenges are the caprice of donors, one of the challenges. And I find that I believe that someone should be able to spend their money as long as they're doing no harm. If they want to use it on a plane or on ice cream, be my guest if they've earned it in an honest way. But if they're going to try to make the world better, I think we all have an obligation to try to do that as efficiently as possible and ask our friends the questions that might help elicit the appropriate answer and make sure there are the right people in the room. What do you think?
Well, I have a concern when one is advising the super wealthy, the folks with outlandish fortunes, because should an individual, after they've paid taxes and so forth that you've set up, be able to effectuate his or her own foreign policy? You're part of a country, and the country has a foreign policy, but given your kind of wealth, I don't mean yours, but I mean, given one's kinds of wealth, you can in fact become your own foreign policy change maker. That could be opposed to the nation in which you're from. And to me, that tension is problematic, and that must happen with some of the issues you've involved in.
I see it all the time around the world. To me, the solution, or part of the solution, will be broad-based, inclusive, representative democracy of well-educated populace. If you have that, it's much harder for an individual donor, no matter what the resources are, to affect a change that's not for the public good.